Warm greetings. It's a shame I can't be live with you today, but I'm at a board meeting. A lot of the current work I do is in the governance field. Achieving impact through leadership is a laudable goal. I am pleased that you're still looking at ways to improve leadership in PASAI, in your individual nations, and for yourselves, and through that leadership, making a real impact. I've been asked, firstly, to reflect how the New Zealand SAI achieved impact through leadership and building trust across the public financial management system, and secondly, to talk about the impact of focusing on quality audits, particularly in light of my work on the IAASB. I'll start by addressing the latter. We have all heard the laments on audit quality, so the IAASB made the decision, with urging from stakeholders, to have a fresh look at audit quality. The new IAASB quality suite has three parts: ISQM1, audit quality for firms that perform audits; ISQM2, engagement quality reviews; and ISA 220 revised, quality management for an audit of financial statements. I believe the move in ISQM1 from quality control systems to a quality management system is a significant step forward and should have a real impact on audit quality. Let me give you one example from the standard. In a slightly abridged form, the standard states, the firm shall establish quality objectives for the firm's governance and leadership that support the system of quality management and ensure in these objectives the firm demonstrates a commitment to quality through a culture that exists throughout the firm, which reinforces 1. The firm's role in serving the public interest by consistently performing quality engagements; 2. The importance of professional ethics, values and attitudes; 3. The responsibility of all personnel and their expected behaviour; and 4. The importance of quality in the firm's strategic decisions and actions. The second part of the objective talks about leadership being responsible and accountable for quality, and the third part of that objective is that leadership demonstrates a commitment to quality through their personal actions and behaviours. I think the splitting out of EQR into the separate document of ISQM2 very much emphasises the contribution that such a review can make to audit quality. And the final part of the suite is 220, and I have a favourite part of that particular standard, and it's paragraph 13, and I'm going to quote that paragraph. The engagement partner shall take overall responsibility for managing and achieving quality on the audit engagement, including taking responsibility for creating an environment for the engagement that emphasises the firm's culture and expected behaviour of engagement team members. In doing so, the engagement partner should be sufficiently and appropriately involved throughout the audit engagement, such that the engagement partner has the basis for determining whether the significant judgments made and the conclusions reached are appropriate, given the nature and circumstances of the engagement. I'm, of course, quite biased about 220 because I led the second part of the development of that revised standard. I do think that the words take overall responsibility for managing and achieving quality, and that the engagement partner should be appropriately and adequately involved throughout the audit, are of particular importance. One of the matters given a great deal of thought and discussion was the practicality of applying this suite to less complex entities, and that's a grouping you know very well across the Pacific. I'm hopeful that good leadership in the implementation of these changes will make a real difference to audit quality in the future. Before I move on, I'd like to indulge in a little advertising. As some of you know, non-financial reporting is dear to my heart, and recently the IAASB issued guidance and examples on extended external reporting. That guidance came to being through the committed leadership, particularly of two people, one an IAASB board member and one from the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. They saw the rapidly evolving EER across the globe and anticipated the need for more guidance on assurance of those reports. I commend that guidance to you. Finally, reflecting on the impact the SAI achieved through leadership and building trust across the public management system. I'd like to say up front, there's no magic bullet that guarantees anything we do will have impact, but there are a few things that make a positive impact more likely. Here's my top 6 reflections from my time as AG. Firstly, have a clear strategy. Our one-page strategy meant that everyone in the SAI, across our audit providers and indeed across the public sector, knew what we were trying to do and the impact we were trying to achieve. In my experience, everybody heading in the same direction and working towards a known objective or impact does make a difference. Secondly, clear communication, not only of annual audits and performance audits, but also clear articulation of expectations and achievements can facilitate understanding of a SAI's impact. Thirdly, an ongoing commitment to integrity, something all heads of SAIs are expected to live and breathe all the time. Failure on matters of integrity undermines a SAI's impact. Fourthly, establishing and maintaining good relationships across the entire public management system, so you understand the objectives and drivers that influence public entities. I remember this activity took a lot of my time as Auditor-General. Fifthly, develop your people. Auditing is a people-based business, and the expertise and professional judgments those people make are the basis of the impact any SAI has, both on individual entities and the system as a whole. Finally, number 6, commitment to actively managing the completion of high-quality audits. And so I round the circle of this presentation from audit quality at a global level to audit quality in the Pacific. In closing, I congratulate PASAI on its 10th anniversary and wish each one of you the very best. I hope we meet somewhere, sometime. Thank you for listening to me.